And joining us now for more is former UAW President Bob King. He served as president of the union from 2010 to 2014. Bob, this will be the first time in the union's history, 80-year history, that it went on strike against all three big automakers at once. If this happens, it could cost car companies billions of dollars and hurt local economies in the Midwest. Do you think this is the right move?
I absolutely think this is the right strategy. I think that, and I guess I take issue with some of the ways it's been presented even on this program. These are not Shawn Fain's demands. These are the members' demands. He's reflecting what he has heard. He's visited plants and workplaces all over the country. Workers are fed up with corporations and the wealthy getting all the benefits of our society. The statement just made, the car prices will go up because of the UAW if we get the demands we're asking for. That's ridiculous.
That's what the car companies are saying.
30%.
That's what the car companies are saying.
I know, but you shouldn't be repeating that. If you know the facts, you know this. They've raised car prices 30% the last 4 years with no increases for workers, or 6% over that period of time. And inflation's been 19%. They can raise the CEO pay and other high top executives by over 40%, and they're not willing to share the wealth with the workers. I was there when those workers made the sacrifices. Workers made tremendous sacrifices, and they should have been brought along. Tiers should be gotten rid of. Tiers are the core of the strike. If there is one here, tiers are the core of the demands here. They're also the core of the demands of Blue Cross. It is not right. I don't think anybody in America would say people doing the same job should be making different pay. I think it's really, I'm excited about the fact that 75% of the American public support the UAW in these negotiations with the companies, because people are sick and tired of the corporations and the ultra wealthy getting all the benefits of the economy and workers not getting their fair share. We want a balanced fare. We're not asking for it all for workers, but we want workers to get their fair share.
So the latest offer is for a 20% wage hike. The Shawn Fain has dismissed that as ridiculous. Are you realistically hoping that they'll come to an agreement in the next, what is it, slightly less than 6 hours? And 20% does sound like a generous offer.
I think it does not to our membership. It does not do the companies any good or the UAW any good to take an agreement back to members that doesn't get ratified. Again, Shawn is not giving Shawn's viewpoint. Shawn is giving, he's been out at all the plants, visited them when he was running for election, visited them since he's been president, talking to workers regularly. He's done weekly Facebook Lives to keep workers informed. That's never happened before in the UAW. I think it's great innovations. And he knows what it'll take to get the agreement ratified, and the company should listen to him. And listen to the other leadership.
Are you at all concerned that having these negotiations go down to the line and be this public, are you at all concerned that there will be a strike and that the car makers will just start sending these jobs to plants overseas?
You know, that's a problem. Our government does not protect workers as well as governments in Germany or Europe or Scandinavia or even Argentina. But, you know, workers, Shawn said it, you got to stand up and fight. All these tiers, again, I don't think the American public supports tiers, people doing the same job at different rates of pay. I think workers think, or I think the public thinks that workers deserve a far greater share of the wealth that they've created for these companies. Remember, workers gave up huge sacrifices to save GM and Chrysler, now Stellantis and Ford.
When they were facing bankruptcy.
I was there at that time.
Yep.
And to ignore the workers, you know, is wrong. And that's why there's such strong public support for the UAW. And it really, I think it's important. If there's a strike, in my opinion, that's the responsibility of the companies. Shawn, on behalf of the membership, has been very clear. He's looking for a settlement. He doesn't want to strike, but they have to meet the basic demands.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.